I'm going to show you how to make up your first file. We're going to make up this index.html file, and I'm going to show it on Windows first. So what I want to do is click on the Start button and start Notepad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the document type. Notice the exclamation mark before that, HTML, and then I'm going to type in the /HTML tag. That way I make sure I have an open tag and I have a close tag. So I'll click back into here. Now the first command that we showed earlier was HTML, tell it what language it is, and it's the English language. And this has no closing tag, so I'm not going to type in that. And then I'm going to type in the head for this document. Now, remember, this is where you specify the title and any meta elements that you want. So I went ahead and closed it. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to put in my title tag. This defines the page when it's opened up in a browser, and we want Pacific Trails Resort here, and I'm in my title, and then I'm going to put a meta tag in telling what character set to use. And notice it's enclosed in quotes, and again, since this is a meta tag, it doesn't have a closing one with it. So this ends the header of my document, the head section of it. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in the code for the body. So I type in my HTML open and closing tags, and again, the reason I do this is so I don't forget to close it. As soon as I open one, I go ahead and type the close, and I type something in between to give them my space. And then the first thing I want is to type in the header tag for my document. I want an H1 header, and then Pacific Trails Resort. I end the H1 tag, and then I end the header tag. Then I want to do the nav that's going to have all of my links to the various web pages that I want. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make it bold. So I'm going to put on a bold. I want to be able to reference another file, so I'm going to do an anchor reference. So notice we're going to reference this particular file. It's going to be the same in all of them. I'm going to have the word home. I'm going to close the anchor, and then the instruction says to have a non-blank space. So I'll put the ampersand non-blank space semicolon, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put two of them there, ampersand NBSP semicolon. And then I'm going to make up a second AH reference, yurts.html. Then I'm going to type in yurts. And then I'm going to close that tag. Then I'm have the non-blank space, another non-blank space, make up another anchor reference for a future page we're going to have called activities. And then I'm going to close that anchor reference. Now to make things a little bit easier, notice how it kind of wrapped. I'm going to take each one of these and I'm going to place it on a separate line, and I'm going to indent it. And this is to make it easier for us to read, not for the computer. The computer will read it either way just as easy. So notice I have the anchor reference, the file that I'm referencing. Then I have the tag that's going to be linked with that. So I have one for each of the items that I want to have in my nav element. And then the last one I'm going to have is for reservations. Close that anchor reference. And then notice my B for bold is up here. It doesn't have a close, and I want to close it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. And I already closed my nav. So that is the navigational part in the body. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the main. I'm going to go ahead and put my closing tag in there. And then I'm going to type in the items that were requested for the assignment. So I'll go here and I'm type all those in. I'm going to leave my list like that. I'm going to reformat it a little bit. Okay, so notice here's an unordered list. Notice I have it in the same indent, and I've indented each of the list elements inside there to make it easier for me to read and easier to find mistakes if I have it. Now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and do File, Save As, or Save. I want to create a new folder called Pacific, where I'm going to put all my files in. I want to change this to all files, and I want to put this in quotes. Call it index.html. I think I got a mistake there. Okay, then I save that file. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up that file. So notice I went to the Pacific folder, and if I double click on it, and then here comes up that particular page. So that's how you do the first assignment. You do the basic same thing for the yurts page, except you change the body section and the title section.